Hey guys, back again for part 5 of the session on ACR and PokerStars remaining. We were a little bit on 8-8, but didn't do so good. So 24, we're gonna min raise. We're like directly on the final table bubble in this one. I do believe we are like down to 10 or 11. Down to 10. So yeah, we're on the final table bubble. It's a 9 max, I do believe. So one more and we're ready to go. Payouts are dog shit though. That kind of sucks. It's only like a $3 game. So top prize 163, but that's okay. Pretty good investment. That's how many buy-ins? Like 30, 69, 120, 50, 54 buy-ins, 55 buy-ins. So it's not bad. If we could lock that up, that'd be pretty sweet. We're hand for hand, it looks like. And then we got this bigger 440. We've been kind of just struggling trying to get some chips together. We have been winning the flips to stay alive, but that's previous. I keep fucking up and grabbing, like just picking the wrong thing. Down to 23 entrants out of 426 players, so getting there. And on ACR, this is our final ACR tournament. We threw like 3 or 4 bullets at this one, but 500 entrants down to 77 players, and we are in 6th position out of 77. So really good chip stack. Hopefully we can hang on to that. We're gonna check. We're not trying to play big pots with the fucking chip leader of the table here on the final table bubble, like at all, period. Jack 10-8, we can just check fold here, I think. This is like the worst flop ever for pocket sixes. So we just check fold. We get to overfold a little bit too. Chip leader versus chip leader on with high CM heavy situations. Like we get to overfold a little bit. Sixes fold there, especially on Jack 10-8. There's a lot of flops I would call the sixes there that don't like have a 6, but not Jack 10-8. That one is very coordinated. Connects super well with his limping range. How many chips does this guy have left? 42,000. Blinds are, where is it? What are blinds? Fuck. Smallest. Blinds. 10K. He has 4 big blinds remaining. So those guys to my left are highly incentivized to just wait him out. If they realize that, I do not know if they're paying attention or what, but we can kind of get after it here and abuse this situation. They're just waiting this guy out to get 9th place money guaranteed. So 9-7 off definitely isn't open there, but we can abuse the bubble a bit. Yeah, there's a $4 payout jump here. So yeah, they're just going to be trying to chill out. Or that's the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. I keep doing that. Yeah, about $4 still. So yeah, they're highly incentivized to just hang out. And like, you know, the final table bubble is more, it's not like really that big of a deal if you bust in 10th versus 9th. Like a lot of people like just want the prestige, I guess, of making the final table, you know what I mean? But really there's no real difference. Like it's like a couple dollars usually. But a lot of people hold more value on that than they really should, right? And we can take advantage of that. Let's keep pounding the table down. This guy tends to flat a shit ton. Doesn't 3-bet though, which is nice. He really shouldn't be trying to get involved with me anyway. Like on this table at all. Like I'm the only really one that can hurt him right now. I'm actually kind of happy. It looks like we're going to make a final table because I did so much study on ICM the last month, and I haven't. And to practice some of it, I got to make a final table. So Looks like we're going to. I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we're going to. Okay, loose guy does this. Loose guy does that. We're happy about this. We're all in. Like, nines are just fine here. This guy's pretty loose. And we get the original razor to fold and get called by pocket fucking fours. That's very good. Sweet. What the fuck are you doing here with pocket fours? That is an instant fold, man. I got to take a note on that. 25 effective under the gun +1 verse under the gun. Flats fours. And like, let's take a second and just think about what my jamming range is versus under the gun and an under the gun 1 with ICM. Like, come on. My jamming range is way ahead of fours. Am I jamming pocket threes there? Or twos? No? Well, then you can't call with nines. Sorry. Or fours. Sorry, it's just not a call. Like, the worst pair I jammed there is probably like eights, maybe. Yeah, pocket eights or pocket nines. Maybe sevens. Sevens are close. Sixes I call. Sixes I flat and set mine. Because, you know, we just need to be conservative here with the ICM. Yeah, so eights I think is probably the worst pair we jam. But yeah, we're playing micros, so, you know, we're going to run into some pretty bad play. Okay, we made the final table here. And we're just going to kind of look at table composition. Who is on this final table? We are first place in chips, which is great. King 5 offsuit. Shit. Alright. We got a guy that's sitting out here with like no money left. He has like one big blind. So this is an extremely ICM heavy situation. What the fuck is going on here? Call. We're going to call. We got the ace of hearts. So in overs, so it's like fine. Versus 9, we have like 30 some percent equity. So, and we're in position. We're probably going to win a big bet versus a 9 by the river if there's a jack or an ace or 2 hearts. So, or at least something. So yeah, we can go ahead. This player has 0 leads on this card. I don't care if he has ace king or not. He has to check. We're done with it. We got to be done with it now, but this is like a pure check. The king is like the absolute best card for me under the gun. I have more kings than anybody here. I have ace king. I'm the one with ace king here. I'm the one with pocket kings here. So, yeah. I am heavily king X. I am very king X heavy here. You cannot lead on a king. Even if you bet the flop, like, you should be checking this king, like, with range, pretty much. Even if, especially if you had pocket kings or ace king, I think it's a check. It's range versus range, right? Like, what are we going to do with our range on a king turn in general? How often when we bet this 9XX flop do we have a king on the turn? And the answer is like 5 to 7% of the time, maybe 10% of the time. So if 90% of the time we don't have a king on the turn, then how can we bet this frequently on the turn? We can't. So, all right, we get the pocket aces. That's a good one to get. Hopefully we get some action here. Pretty passive people in the blinds, but like we have a pretty tight range where we're opening on the hijack, so we can't really trap. So we just gotta do this. King, queen, 7. $1.1. Just a nice 20% pot bet. Oops. Sitting out again because this stupid table's in the way. I did it again. 2 big blinds. Check. We're going to bet again. We're going to go on 3. $13. Oh, wow. I thought I was deeper than this. This is stupid. Fuck. I know we have some overbets here because this card is a total brick. So we get to overbet quite a bit, but we get to do a lot of leading here on the flop. I should have led the flop. Probably, I think leading the flop would be great here. Honestly, I think I missed this. Yeah. It's just way over this guy's head, though. I have all the 7s here. Holy fuck, he rivered a 5. That's crazy. He rivered a 5. That's pretty sick. Jesus Christ. I think we get him off pretty much everything on the river there by jamming. I don't really think he has many 7s, so anyway. There goes our chip lead. Easy jam. We're going to fold this one. Yeah, I just think we're kind of highly incentivized to bluff there, I guess. We block pocket 10s. We block pocket queens. We get 4 cards to a straight. We're in the big blind. We're going to have all the 7s. We're going to have all the 6s. He doesn't really have any of those, or many, I should say. He shouldn't have offsuit 6s. He shouldn't have offsuit 7s. We have all those, and he doesn't. So we get to play very aggressively on the river and turn. He just happened to get a nutted hand somehow, but very rarely is that happening. I think we're taking that down a lot. So it's fine. You got to be aggressive to win these things, right? And sometimes it don't work out. Now we have a different table dynamic, though. We gotta kind of weigh our options. Like, what exactly are we gonna do now? We're down to 8th player, so the ICM gets a little bit less. We got a 5 big blind guy, a 6 big blind guy, an 8 big blind guy. We're equal with. And we got a really deep stack and 2 middle stacks. Okay, so. Average stack is what right now? I wish they said it on the table. Average stack is 183,000 chips. And we have 106. So we're about 2/3 average. So we're going to have to take that into consideration when calling and shoving. So, yeah. So yeah, we had a chip lead and we blew it, but I'm really happy with how we played that. I think it's fine. We're going to lead small on that turn because, you know, we have all the 6s. He doesn't. And he flats, then the draws miss on the river. I think he can float once with ace highs with backdoors and stuff like that, and we get a brick on the river, so. All right, king 5. Let's review this one. I'm almost positive it's not a jam here, but like in a chip EV environment, 7 hijack. King 7 suited is worth 1/3 of a big blind, but we're a middle stacked here, and I think we probably need at least king 8 suited or king 9 suited maybe to jam. I'm gonna run that one. I'd like to review the ICM in that situation. Like king 5 suited there. I think we need some kind of higher kicker. We do have a good blocker, right? But we're in the hijack. We're in the cutoff, we can start jamming it. A button, definitely jamming it. But hijack, I think we need like king 8 suited. But I could be wrong. We'll have to run that one on HRC. Chop it up, boys. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Okay, so this guy has 3 big blinds. What are our payout jumps? They're just standard, I guess. Usually. 9th, 8th, 7th. Yeah, the real payout jumps are up top. So that allows us to play a little bit more aggressively. Well, it's kind of top heavy, right? Which allows us to play more aggressive than flat payouts, where we'd have to play extremely tight. Because we're playing for the top prize. But, you know, our chances of getting that is not very good right now. I don't understand this. Like, why are we 3xing here? Like, as the chip leader of the tournament, we do not need to be raising more than like 2 big blinds. Everybody has to adhere to ICM and be very tight versus your raise, especially at this short. So I don't really see why we're going to go bigger. Hopefully we get some folds here so we can go with this one. Queen 10 suited's to a jam is probably a fold, to be honest. Fucking sucks, but we can jam it ourselves. We're happy to go with Queen 10 suited. Oh, I just run into it, though. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Like, I know it is. Suited broadways are really good with ICM. So we just ran into it there. Bad bluff. It wasn't a bad bluff. It was a good bluff. I liked the bluff, but I just wasn't the right time. I mean, the guy actually had pocket fucking fives, which is rare as shit. Like, I think, like, even, like, his pocket eights... Or not eights. I think there was an 8, but pocket 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, kings, and aces. They can't even call the river there. They have to fold. He just happened to have the one pocket pair he can call with there. Yeah, he just happened to have that, like, that one pocket pair that could call. Like pocket 2s, 3s. They have to fold too. Like, I think 4s was a set, and then 5s. Obviously, he can't really have 6s very often. There's only one combo of that in the deck. 7s or straight. Yeah, he just doesn't have any combos there that can call. So 3, 3. We're going to call with a pocket pair and try to flop well. Alright, so we're down to this 4K. And then we have this guy, 73 left, we're in 5th. Yeah, the MDF is going to be split between both of us here. And when that's half pot, we can definitely get away with that. I think, like... I don't really think that people are making that bet with nothing very often. So we're in hand for hand here. At least we're going to make the money. We fucking threw enough bullets at this thing. So 556. So yeah, we get our buy-in back. We got one of them back. We bought in 4 times. So down to 20 in this guy. So that's good. Yeah, we're just on that final table. We're just kind of being the bully, trying to be the bully there, the big stack bully, and a really premium spot that we get, and we just got punished. If the river was like jack or a 9 or 10, then we can go ahead and he folds every time. Ace. I don't know if I go on A6 though and jacks. Probably on a jack. On an ace, maybe we just cool it. So we wouldn't have lost that last bet on an ace, right? So just really fucking bad run out for us. Kind of sucks. What exactly is this? Oh yeah, I see. I was wondering what that was. So we're down to our last 2. Shouldn't be too much longer. If anything, this is the one that's going to run quite a while. 8-minute blinds, though, so it should go a little bit quicker than like a regular speed tournament. And we're on the bubble, apparently. 72 paid. We're down to 72. So the bubble's broke. That's good. We're not really affected too bad by the bubble right now because nobody on the table can really do anything to actually cost us our min cash. So yeah, kind of winding down for the night. It's 12 o'clock here, 12:20. So yeah. I got some shit I got to do tomorrow too. I got a pretty busy day ahead of me, just running errands, getting shit sorted out. That's okay. This isn't going to be more than 2 hours, so. Maybe I'll throw some food in the oven on the next break. Just so I got something to eat when I get out of here, or when I'm finished, so I can just eat and kind of crash. Yeah, when you're in these tournaments and like they're top heavy, like this for example, like it's very top heavy. Like 26, 31, 42, 58, 80, 110, 150, 200, 285. When you're in these really top heavy tournaments, you got to play pretty aggressive, like even with ICM, like cuz like not stupid aggressive for sure, but like just because we were like third place in chips, first place in chips at 22 big blinds does not mean that we've locked up first. We need to be aggressive. We got to do things to get chips. Like if we had won that pot there, we would have had like 30 big blinds. 25 at least. So then, you know, we would have been the chip leader of the tournament still, instead of marginally down to 19, 18 big blinds or whatever. We'd be at like 25 bigs. And we would have had a serious shot at it anyway. Could have coolered somebody or won a flip with pocket queens or something like that. Got up to 50, took somebody out, but down to 6. And then there you go. We did it. We're pretty much just going to pound them down until we get down to the final 3, and then heads up, and there you go. I'm actually reading a book, starting a book right now. I'm trying to get better at heads up, because I'm not very well versed in heads up, to be honest. I haven't done a lot of study on heads up. So I'm gonna try. Like I read that there's a book out there called Heads Up, No Limit Hold'em, Expert. What the hell is it called? Expert Advice for Winning Heads Up Poker Matches by Colin Moshman. Got 4 stars. I just kind of read about it and like seeing like, is it worth my time to read? And there's not very much out there book wise about heads up. I'm not sure where to go to get information on heads up. So yeah, like I read that it's not a book that's going to make me an expert at heads up by any means, but it's a book that is going to make me be able to beat at least intermediate players at heads up. So being able to beat intermediate players at heads up is better than beating none of them. So yeah, I think it's a good foundation to start. I'm sure we'll learn some tricks along the way, and yeah, I think King Queen's fine here. ICM wise, I'm gonna mark this to review though. We're down to 18. King Queen. It's an offsuit combo, so we can do some flatting, but King Queen's pretty fucking good, right? Like Queen Jack off. Like we'll look at our jamming range here. Like in Ship EV, and we got a lot of jams. We got a lot of jams here. And which ones are we going to eliminate? Which ones are we going to eliminate out of this range? That is the question. Okay, 2s through 5s. We can probably get rid of like deuces through 4s at this stage. Stop jamming them. Maybe flat, mid raises. 5s are close. We can probably start jamming around 5s, depending on what his range is. What else? Okay, these King 10 off, Queen 10 off, Jack 10 off, Queen Jack off. Those are all going in the muck. Now, we just fold them outright. These are where we're going to lose our hands with the ICM situation for the most part. Queen Jack, Jack 10, Queen 10, and King 10. Those go away. We don't play those anymore. King Jack's close. Probably jam sometimes. 50-50. Maybe flat or jam. I really don't think we have much of a flatting range, to be honest, though. So maybe we just jam or fold. I forgot about that, yeah. So king queen's probably fine to go with. It has good blockers, and if it gets called versus ace x, we're still in okay shape. And then these offsuit aces are probably junk. Ace 6, ace 7, ace 8. Probably fold now. We're not going to have much of a flatting range. 10-9, jack-9, queen-9, king-9, king-8. Probably fold too. And then we just jam all the suited broadways and have no flatting range. Okay. Deuce, king, ace versus this guy. We're going to be checking range here for the most part. We're up against a significantly tighter range than ours. He didn't 3-bet though, and he has an 18% 3-bet frequency, so he's kind of capped his range somewhat. Check, check, ace on the turn. What is our bet here? 4.2 or something like that? I think. Like, this is our big bet here. Sucks when we get called, though. Alright. So we got him off all his pocket pairs and like his queen 10, queen jack, jack 10 type shit that had equity, and then some shit that had equity there, so that's good. I don't know if we bet that one. I would love to know if we bet this fucking one. Do we bet here? Because, like, are we getting better hands to fold? Probably not. In theory, we should be betting here a lot with a polarized range of bluffs like this and not hands, so we're going to go big. So we're pretty polar. I guess we're getting him off of, like, all of his pocket threes through fucking jacks. A lot. Here we're getting off threes through jacks. So that's really good. And then maybe we get his jack 10s to fold, which doesn't matter because we beat those. But he's gonna bluff, turn around, bluff with those, and then we're gonna have to fold a lot of the time, right? So, and 10-9s, 10-9s, another bluff he may have. So yeah, maybe it's fine to just bet here because we have to check fold if he bets like a big. If he puts a big bet out on the turn, we have to fold because A, ICM, and B, we don't have the implied odds to continue because we only have like 18% equity, but we have a really good draw that also has really good blockers, blocking like ace queen, king queen, and ace 9. Like that's very good. So plus we block his flush draws that he's going to peel with. That we're in a world of hurt. I think we just jammed on this guy like earlier, but we're going to do it again here. If it goes raise, 3-bet shove. Fuck, man. Oh, really? Average stack is what? 125. We have 66. All right. Yeah, we're going with it. We got to go with 9s. Sucks, though. We got him to fold. If we were average stack, I probably would have folded, to be honest. But we're not. We're like less than half. We're like half. So like 9s are just a slam dunk. What the fuck? I'm gonna put a note on that. Small 3 bets. Small blind versus hijack. Off 20. Folds to jam. Like, the guy's stats aren't even that bad. Like, 22-19, 3-bet 7 he was. F20 versus... I don't think we have any small 3-bets there. Like, at all, period. In the big blind, maybe, but not in the small blind at all, because big blind's going to turn around, call, or rejam. Yeah, we have no small 3-bets here. There's no GTO small 3-bet. I wouldn't think so. 25, we have some. I don't know. Maybe the guy just... only has 25 charts and he just kind of goes with those. But like, yeah, he has some balancing small 3-bets, but like we already talked about, like with ICM, these are going to start folding just outright, right? And we're not really going to have a flatting range in the small blind in ICM heavy situations. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But it worked out for us, so because I figured I was getting called there like every time with 2 overcards, and we're gonna have to flip. But like when we have 60,000 chips and averages 120,000 on the final 2 tables, we gotta make some chips. We gotta do something, right? So gots to do something to win these things. Ninth place out of 17 remaining. 11th out of 16 remaining now. That's good. Hopefully we can final table this one too, and actually one of her bluffs aren't so badly timed. Like, I love the bluff. I think the bluff was great, but yeah, it was a really good bluff. Because he has to fold like everything there, like literally fucking everything, but a 7 or a 6, and then I guess pocket 5s. But like, it's pretty crazy. He had 5s there. Like, he's not what like. Yeah, like I get the call on the turn. I think it's fine, but he just got really lucky on that turn card or that river by getting that full house. Because like I'm making him fold so much on that river. Or I'm getting off the hook. Like if it's an ace, I'm probably gonna shut down. If it's king, I forgot what hand I actually had. Queen 10, wasn't it? Yeah, Queen 10. So if it's a queen or a 10, we win. Queen or a 10, we win. King or an ace, we shut down. Jack, we probably go for it. 10, we go for it because we have a top pair. 9, we go for it. And we take it down because there's 4 cards to a straight. So the only card in the deuces, 3s, and 4s, we go for it. No fucking problem. Take it down. So the only real cards that we lose on versus his hand is a 5. Yeah, 7s we go for too. But yeah, anyway. Unlucky. I like my play still. I stand by it. I like to run it through Flopzilla, just see the percentages of his range, and then yeah, he should be overfolding with the ICM, right? You gotta overfold. So yeah, it's been a good day. I spent the day with my children. We went to the park and we washed the car. And what else the hell did we do? We went to the park, we washed the car. My daughter had to go to the bathroom really bad, so I had to take her home early, and then we just played video games and watched television, I guess. Played Monopoly for a little bit. My son wanted to play Monopoly, but my daughter wasn't into it. She just wanted to watch TV. She gets onto that television. It's hard to get her off the digital devices, like cell phones or Xboxes or television, all that shit. They're just so obsessed. Computers. Yeah, I force them to go outside with me, like for a couple hours when I have them on the weekends, but because sometimes you just gotta give your kids a little nudge to get out the door and play outside, right? Or else they just play video games all their entire life, it seems like. Okay. Down to 14. Fucking right. I don't really think we were like running terribly like in the last little while. Oh, here we go. Raise 3-bet. 23 big blind guy. So this guy can have a lot of interesting hands here, I would imagine. Like, he could have a lot of like ace-2 off, ace-3 off kind of shit. Ace-5 off would be fine here. Like, you're targeting, like, with good blockers. Like, we can go ahead and just light 3-bet here and take it down a lot due to the ICM, right? Like, with ICM, blockers become a lot more important to have in your hand. And, like, offsuit ace-X can be 3-bet. Versus ICM adhering opponents. But yeah, like 25 button versus hijack. Typically, this is going to be a range. Ace 2, Ace 3, Ace 4. We just jam, basically. This is 25, right? Yeah, we just have a lot of jamming going on here. So it's kind of interesting. We do have some small 3-bets. Like a nice, pretty linear range. A little bit of King 7, Queen 8. I'm sure that like with the ICM, though, we can throw in a couple of these. Like Ace 5 and Ace 4 off, maybe. Just be real aggressive. When we're covering the opponent, I'm sure it'd be fine. I haven't done much study on that situation, but I know on the final table, it's more than okay. But final 2, probably similar. There is quite a bit of ICM still. Like, just trying to... Yeah, we just min-raise because everybody has... Like, we're playing like fucking 30 big blinds max here, so... 3, 8, 5. Ooh. Okay, we bet big on this board. There's a ton of straight draws out there. Jack 9's one of our bluffs, of course, because bucket 9s, 10s, and jacks, we're going to be betting big. There's no over bets on this board, but we do bet big. But we don't have over bets. But this is definitely one of our bluffs. So definitely one of our premium bluffs. Any hand, like suited hand, backdoors with a 9 in it, or a 10, or a jack, fuck yeah, those are our bluffs. Even offsuit stuff with like backdoor flush draw blockers, sure. Ace 8, we're going to do the same thing with all of our overpairs. We can push our overpair equity in this spot. We have a ton of overpairs here. Oh, quite a few. Anyway, pocket 9s through aces. We have... we can force him to fold hands like ace, like king 3, queen 3, jack 3. Ace 3 might peel. And then this is like king 5, queen 5. He has to fold hands like that, and then only call with like those middle and bottom pairs that wrap around to have straight draws or backdoor flush draws, right? So we can get him to fold all that shit a lot of the time. Okay, we have a blocker hand. Big chip leaders in the big blind. We should play a little tighter here. 18% 3-better to our left. All right, we're just going to fold this as a middle stack. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to go big here. We don't have overbets, though, because, you know, what's the straight? 4, 6, 4? Oh, there isn't a straight, yeah. Yeah, maybe there is overbets here, yeah. Yeah, we can overbet that board. That's an overbet spot, too. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, we do overbet. There's just so many fucking straight draws, right? It's only... We don't have overbets on boards that actually contain a straight. Like, that you could potentially have a straight on. On boards with various straight draws that are low, we overbet frequently in like low jack or worse or whatever. On the button, I don't really think we get to overbet because our range is so wide, but we do get to pot it quite frequently, depending on stack sizes, of course. But because like 20 big blinds to 25 big blinds deep, our big bets generally are going to be 50 to 60%. And then, you know, 50 big blinds deep, we can start probably having an overbet around 50, 40, 50, somewhere in there. Gonna get shitty cards here. We got a really aggro guy here, Hell Black. He's been very aggressive. And then we have this 118 big blind guy that's just tight as hell so far. This one's a rip. Yeah, we're going to rip it in. Increase our stack by 25% here. And we have really good blockers, so... And this is ICM approved. I know it is, so... Oh, we lose. Okay. Yeah, that's very ICM approved there. It's fine. We can mark that to review, though. Previous hand. Didn't show up. Yeah, we just happened to run into it. He's like reasonably aggressive too, so what the fuck am I doing here? Oh yeah. Yeah, ace 5. Like, I know if we run that through HRC, it's going to say that it's great. We're making lots of money there doing that. Like, and even like in ship EV environments, it's going to be more than okay versus cutoff. Like 25 small blind versus cutoff, ace 5 suited. It's almost purely jamming. And like suited aces are great. We block his continuing range with these hands. He's going to call 12.5% less often versus like with his calling range. About 12.5% less. Not to mention versus this part of his range, we have about 34.5% equity. 34.5% equity. So like this is how you win poker tournaments. So I rejam here. He calls me with queens, and we get an ace. All of a sudden, we're the mega stack, right? So it's like if you're not doing shit like that, you're gonna get a lot of 8th places and 9th places, right? Like you're not so much gonna be getting those. Oh man, 6%er. All right. Usually this is a rip, but we're just gonna call. This guy is extremely tight, and we can like almost treat this like a low jack or middle position range because he doesn't have a typical 55% button opening range here. I don't think we lead, or yeah, we do. Oh, shit. I almost hit the button there. Well, now I don't really see any merit in betting. Do we bet? It's a flush complete. Yeah, I just don't think we bet here. So, yeah. With the diamond in her hand, we block the straight. We'll call. Why would you bluff this hand? It's so much showdown value. So much better bluffs there. Like ace 10, you just check it back and you're happy about it. I was thinking about value betting river, but I just figured I'm never getting called by much versus this really weak, tight, passive opponent that's worse. I really think we're getting him to fold his ace highs. So I just didn't see the merit in betting. It actually worked out extremely well because he actually bet one of his ace highs he shouldn't have. So, yeah, I was just going to show you guys this. So, 10 players remaining. We were like 13. So we get 18 fucking dollars for where we lost, right? We're only getting like, what, 2 more buy-ins if we make 9th? Like, there's really no ICM here. Like, we don't have to, like, yes, there is, but we really don't have to fucking worry about, like, that 2 buy-ins. It's more about this. It's up here. It's where we want to get. And we get there by ripping it in with ace 5 suited, getting called by queens, and or increasing our stack by 25%. We increase our stack by 25%. Right? When he folds. And he folds 80% of the time. 85% of the time. Then, when he calls with like a pocket jacks, queens, kings, whatever, we have like almost 35% equity. So like it's unstoppable. It's an unstoppable fucking play. Rejamming ace 5 suited there. It's unstoppable. So exploitative. It's great. And like at these stakes, nobody's doing that. So nobody in their dog is jamming ace 5 suited there on the final table bubble. But like we're not concerned with getting 9th. We're concerned with getting first. And to get first, we got to be making some aggressive plays. So yeah, down to 1 now. Unfortunately, we didn't win that flip there. Would have been a nice one. We had 35%, right? Like, it's a good hand. Deuce, 8, king. We have a heart. Deuce, 8, king. 8, deuce, king. 8, deuce, king. Oh, man. I don't know about this one. Maybe we just check. Maybe we just check it back here. Is this one of our bluffs? Probably. Fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck, I hate ACR, man. Their fucking time banks run out so goddamn quick. Jesus fucking Christ. You gotta be so fucking quick, man. Like, we're gonna go make it 5 now. Yeah, like, I guess. Like, we're gonna barrel turn. Probably on a 10, we're probably gonna have to jam river too. So, I guess it worked out that we didn't click the button. But yeah, this is one of our barrel offs. Where is it? Yeah, it is. That's one of our barrel off hands. Cause, okay, so we bet small on the flop. I just thought maybe we check here sometime, but it's probably a range bet. Turn, we get a brick. We're gonna barrel. He has no deuces in his range. Really shouldn't anyway. Maybe some suited deuces. That's about it. And then river. You know, we have the flush blocker. There's a high card that's a flush card on board, so like these blockers are a little bit more relevant. We block king queen, we block king jack, we block those hands, we block flushes. Like, it's the nut low. This hand really has very little showdown value. It's definitely one of our barrels or jams on the river. Whether it's like he might even fold king 5. These guys is like overfold big time. It's like people don't really triple barrel bluff much at this stake, so like you'll find that they overfold significantly sometimes with like top pairs on flush completers, etc. But yeah, worked out for us that we checked there, but because I was typing the bet in, trying to be perfect about it, put in the perfect bet size, you know, not like just picking an approximate one. That's why it happened, right? So I think we're up like $30 on stars tonight, so that's good, I suppose. Yeah, we're up about 30 on stars. We got what, 8th place, and then we got fucking 12th or 13th place. Not really what we're hoping for, but you know, more often than not, it's gonna happen once we get down there. So, especially if we're playing for first, right? Like I could have folded my way into 6th place, 7th place easily, right? But that's not what pays the bills at this shit. You got to be aggressive. And like, we could have folded our way to a 9th and won 2 more buy-ins, or we could win 50 buy-ins, maybe 20% of the time, by being aggressive and picking our spots properly, right? Yeah, it's not so much our rejamming ranges we got to be concerned about with ICM. It's our rejam or all-in calling ranges we got to be concerned about. Those are where we're losing the most money. Like, rejamming like slightly off might cost you like 0.1% of the prize pool, but calling a jam for 25 big blinds with the wrong hand slightly off is worth like 4% of the prize pool. So for 4% of the prize pool for calling a jam, and like 0.10 for rejamming the wrong hand. So it's not really rejamming the wrong hand you got to worry about. It's calling. That's what you got to work on. Like, that's way, way, way more important. You know what I mean? Sweet. He has equity. Sweet. Alright, fine jam, easy call. Nothing really we can do about it. We got a call there. He is tight, but even so, like, he's got to have some jams there. Like, how big was he? Like, he was like 12 to 15, something like that. He like, yeah, 13, yeah. It's one thing, like, people's jamming ranges, like GTO jamming ranges, and what they're jamming with in low stakes tournaments stays fairly consistent. So, like, you can kind of trust the calling ranges that are like on the Nash equilibrium kind of thing. You can trust them. Between like 10 and 15 or 7 and 15 bigs, you can trust those ranges. They're pretty consistent. So even when they're a little bit tighter. Like most of the time, unless they're like absurdly tight. But like if we look at the jamming range for 15 on the button. Oh, this is the wrong chart. Sorry. 15 button. What are we jamming with here? So yeah, he's jamming the correct ranges. Like ace-8 does pretty well against this range. I'm sure if we plug this into Equilab, we have like something like 58% or something. Like all these worse ace-X. All these worse ace-X. All these hands we're ahead of. All these hands we're flipping verse. It's a capped range, right? The best hand he has really is ace-queen. So like what? We have 1, 2, 3. We had ace-8? 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. So what's that? Like 64, 72 combos at a fucking whatever the hell this is. Like a couple hundred. So yeah, that's fine. Ooh. I'm going to call. I don't know about this one. Maybe this is bad. We got to look at this. Hijack versus lowjack for like 20, we'll say. Queen 8-7, ace 5. Bam! That's good. He got kind of unlucky there. Hijack versus lowjack for 20. Hijack versus lowjack for 20. I'm just trying to think, like, how can I get him off all his pocket 10s, jacks, 9s? Ace 5 suited, a call. Okay, so we're fine. Just all the shove stacks I was kind of interested to know if, like, we do call there, but we're more than okay calling. Was it a full frequency one? Fuck, I didn't catch that. Sorry. Hijack versus lowjack. Is it full frequency? It looks like there's a little bit of 3 all in. There's a little bit all in. Okay. So it's full frequency. It's ace 4 suited. We can mix. And we're pretty deep, so we'll probably mix with it. This board. Ace 5 of hearts. If it'll load ever. Queen 8-7. Alright, so he's going to be betting a shitload here. Queen 8-7 is a very coordinated board. He's going to have a ton of draws. His 9x, his 10x, his jack x, 10-9, jack 9, whatever. So he has all these that he's going to see bet with a little bit of equity. And then he's going to relinquish to a jam. Okay. If he has an 8, ace 8, we may just get him to fold. If he has a 7, we may just get him to fold. King 7 suited, King 8 suited, may just get him to fold to a jam. Because it's a pretty aggressive line we took, and they're not used to seeing that at this stake. So, there's that. We get all the money in now versus his worst flush draws. Like King 5 of hearts, Jack 5 of hearts, or Jack 8 of hearts, Jack 7, or Jack 9 of hearts, whatever. We get all the money in now versus all his worst flush draws. Right? A lot of good things happen here when we jam. We get immediate folds from a lot of his 7x, 8x, and pocket 5, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, whatever the fuck he has for pocket pairs that don't have a set, right? Queen 5, it's a min, and we're playing 25 effective. We will peel here. King 6-7, Queen 6-7, 5-6-7, Queen. Okay, Ace 5 and Ace 8 are going to be some check raises here. I think with the backdoor straight draw because we have an overcard. I don't really think with the undercard of the King we're going to be check raising this specific combo. And as well, we don't have a spade, so we're just going to fold. With the Queen of Spades, yes, we could probably do a little bit of check raising. I think it would mix a little bit, but I think with that combo we just check fold. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around and watching me fucking blow off, or what do you call it? Yeah, just blast off in a couple tournaments. Like, what are we at? Part 6 coming up here? I think we're in part 5. So, yeah, thanks, guys, for sticking around for part 5. And stay tuned for part 6. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.